to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. Today we're going to be doing a little comparison of two expressions from Johnnie Walker. You got the Johnnie Walker Black and the Johnnie Walker Red. Now, if you have not seen the individual reviews on these two bottles on my channel, I encourage you to stop, go back, or maybe immediately after this video, go check each one of those out. So that way you better understand a little more in depth of each of these whiskeys. So, both of these whiskeys are 40%. They are both blended. The red label has 35 blends. The black has 40. Now, I'm going to tell you pretty much straightforward shot. I'm not going to sugarcoat it or get into too much. The black label is far superior than the red label. So, I'm also going to tie in something else into this video. It's a little bit about Mr. Randy Talks. So we're going to talk about an infinity bottle and what you should and should not add to it. But we're going to follow that up in just a moment. So the black label has a little bit more maturity. It is a 12-year age stated. The red, well, the red is basically, that's what they do sometimes. Sometimes they just don't want to know. They don't want you to know how long these whiskeys have been in the barrels. And sometimes maybe they can get away with saying, oh, well, it's so many. There's 35 whiskeys. How can we really give you an age statement? I mean, you could say at least everyone in here is a certain age. And the only thing we know for sure, because it is a scotch, we know how old the scotch is. So, okay, so we're going to go on to the next part. So, the preference is going to be the black label, for sure. I don't know who would choose the red over the black if you've had both. Another thing I want to tack on there is that why would you waste time, money, and energy on the red label when the black could take it all, be more than it is? And I think the red is a negative. It's adding a negative, which segues into the next part, which is the infinity bottle. So now someone asked me, if you don't like the whiskey, can't you just incorporate it into your infinity bottle? Just like instead of doing a drain pour, can't you just pour it into your infinity bottle? That way you would have more volume of whiskey. Well, this is true. That is an actual fact. You can increase the volume of your liquid, but you will decrease the quality of the liquid you already have. So adding the Johnnie Walker Red Label to my infinity bottle will be adding a negative. And I surely am not going to do that right now because Mr. Randy's infinity bottle is amazing right now. I've added a few different whiskeys from my latest reviews, or some that even haven't been released yet. Some of those are Isla whiskeys. They have peat, smoke, you know, that sweet, salty sea spray, briny, beautiful campfire on the beach kind of thing. I am not going to ruin that with that. So the red label is definitely not being added to the infinity bottle. But the question then flopped over to, what about the black label? Is a black label worthy enough to be added to Mr. Randy's Infinity Scotch? I would say quite possibly, but I'm not going to, and here's why. I believe these two bottles should go side by side. Because if somebody who's never had Johnnie Walker and they want to try it and they're asking what's the difference, I'm going to pour you one of each. And I'm going to let you find out for yourself. The red label is, I don't even want to say it's below a line. It's below that line of being worthy of drinkable. And I hate to be a whiskey snob, but it is what it is. If you've had the red label and you've had the black label, you would clearly understand that the black label far superior. It may be an opinion. It is my opinion. It's Mr. Randy's opinion that you should pass on the red and go for the black. But if you're like Mr. Randy and you've been told by so many people, pass on the red, go for the black, you got to wonder why. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to try the red in order to appreciate the black. And this is why Mr. Randy starts on the bottom and works his way up. Because now I've gotten to a point where I can finally, I've developed a palate, I've developed that maturity, I've developed the understanding of what's in the bottle to enough to appreciate something that's far superior than its predecessors. So let me know what you think in the comments. Does any of that make sense? Does that idea of not adding a negative to an infinity bottle? Do you have an infinity bottle? I would love to hear your thoughts on an infinity bottle. If you have one, what do you add to it? How often do you add to it? How much do you add to it? Does it usually turn out better than the way it was before? I keep a couple of different infinity bottles just in case whatever I add to this newer infinity bottle, it doesn't turn out great, then I don't have to ruin my other bottles. Well, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. Have a good one.